If you would have fell, I would have tried to catch you. Man.
It was some background stuff going on, guys.
Y'all know we working on it.
I ain't gonna tell y'all what happened.
Whoa, good blooper. We didn't get to get it on. We didn't get it on though. I think we got everybody right. Hey, we're going to the cookout. Hello, hello, welcome. Welcome to Sipping and Spilling the Tea in KC. Y'all, we so excited. We do not own the rights to any of the music that was played.
But we do own the rights to this.
We are so excited, y'all. We have Mr. Kenneth Washington Jr. here, cousin Kenny himself.
What up?
Woo, woo, woo.
How y'all doing?
He gets to be here on our first show after we won.
Yes.
We are so thankful. Look at that.
Black excellence in the
We
building.
won, y'all.
Thank you all so much. We can't thank everybody enough
We can't. We
for the
appreciate
support,
appreciate
the votes, because it took the votes to get us
Took
here.
the votes,
And we couldn't
Oh, my
have
goodness.
downtown, so thank you
the love.
For sure.
So you get to be first on this show. Look, all the hype.
After
Yes.
the
See
award
what it's
winning.
about.
The award winning.
It feels good to be among winners.
Hey,
Yeah.
okay. I like that for her.
Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, so we're glad to have you here.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yes, we're so excited. I did ask earlier, we didn't really get to get into it, but I did want to ask in front of our listeners and followers, so what actually made you, reach out to us? What did you see in us or that made you want to be on our show? Because this actually happened before we knew we had won. We made the connection of you.
Absolutely. Well, like I said a moment ago, sometimes the good Lord, will put you in situations and when you least expect to be. And so, and I also learned that to be in any kind of space, you can't be afraid to introduce yourself. And so you guys, hit me back up and, that this was, I believe, God's way of telling me, if you want to go to the next level, you got to start putting yourself out there. So, yeah.
That's right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that
Appreciate
you did
y'all.
reach out. Yes. So we have a lot of tea to spill today.
Spill it.
Yes. I'm talking about you, Kenny. Cousin Kenny.
I got to spill my tea today.
Yeah, buddy. You're going to be spilling some tea. The first thing I'm going to ask, because when we were kind of researching and you shared information about yourself, you are in Kansas City by way of Junction City.
Yes.
Yes.
That's for
So how that happened when you came to be a part of our lovely city, which we love you. You're welcome here. You're family now.
Always.
Yes,
I've been here for like nearly
20.
16 years off and on. 'Cause I did live in Florida for a little bit too.
Okay.
My father's from Florida, so I tried that. I was grown, stayed to experiment, and it just like, just wasn't the best move at the time. But I enjoyed my time there. I came back home.
Okay. We got a little echo. I don't know who's closest to. Is it one of us? All right. We had a little bit of echo, but we're glad you're here. So you actually grew up here. He went to another school. I'm not gonna name it.
Van Horn High School, alumni.
Whatever. Get out of here. No.
I'm sitting among, what y'all, the Central Eagles.
Fly like eagles. Hey. Yes, for all of us.
But guess what though? Falcons soar too.
Okay, y'all do. Below us.
Falcon does not soar as high as an
They are below us.
That's true. That is true.
Yes. Oh, I didn't even ask. I just got too excited. We started talking about People's Choice. And so what you sipping on today? What y'all sipping on?
We got some peach tea.
We got peach tea.
Water.
And Kenny, you're trying to hydrate, right? With
I'm
water.
staying hot. I'm water.
Water, yeah, let's
Water.
keep it water.
It's pure non-alcoholic water.
Okay. All right, well, let me give you a little background on Kenny, cousin Kenny. So Kenny Washington Jr., better known as Cousin Kenny, is a proud father, author, and unapologetic conversation starter. Raised in Junction City, Kansas, and molded by Kansas City, Missouri. He's known for speaking his mind and keeping it real. Whether the conversation is about relationships, fatherhood, faith, mental health, personal growth, or life's toughest lessons. So these are some conversations that we like to have. Yeah, we can have those. Kenny is currently pursuing his second, did you hear me? Second master's degree in psychology at Avila University. Go, Kenny, go. Combining his passion for education with his desire to help others. Through his writing and authentic storytelling, he hopes to encourage honest conversations that inspire, challenge, and uplift people from all walks of life. My kind of people right there.
Absolutely.
My kind of people. Get ready for, we got to have some laughs, y'all, some real talk, and a few perspectives. Of course, you know we always got our opinion.
Absolutely.
We do. That might just have you looking at life a little differently.
Nice man.
Yeah. Well, welcome. Cousin Kenny.
Yes. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
We doing all right. And I also have to say, Assalamu alaikum.
Malaikum assalam, sister.
Hey, I'm so glad you're here. Yes. All right, so we talked about what we were sipping on for today, but I did ask about your byway here, and you gave us a short version. Was there anything you wanted to ask on how you ended up here in our lovely city?
Man, it was a lot of I ain't gonna lie, man. I think what really catapulted me coming up here was so my mother ended up catching my eye with another woman, right?
Look, I'm gonna be quiet. Look.
And so, but
She didn't throw no grits, did she?
man, it
Also,
was some,
she threw that brick right through
it
his
was
car
some, it
window.
was some wig snatching, fist
Okay.
fighting.
Furniture moving.
I mean, furniture moving. Like seriously,
Not to laugh at your pain, but
No, I mean,
we've all
I
gone
laugh
through
at
it.
it. I laugh at it. You know, and then like, how he got caught was when I had the house key to the apartment,
Yeah,
and
got something going on over there. We're working on our tech person. Keep talking. I'm gonna see what's
That's
going on
good.
with our tech.
so I had a key to the apartment, and then next thing you know, my mom was like, I can't get into the spot. So what ended up happening was, you know, mother took the so I'm sorry, but anyway, no, but like I said, it was basically what ended up happening was I had the key to the apartment. Mom couldn't get in. I had my key, and she took my key, got up in the apartment. My mother was in there a hot 5 seconds, and she said, my grandmother was in the front seat to make sure she rest on. He said, "Oh my God, he got a bitch in the house." I'm like, whoa. So, you know, and then that kind of like just put everything, and like we kind of just moved up here, you know, full time in 2000. We got here in 98. My parents were going through like a separation, divorce type thing. They tried to make it work, but then, you know, my mom had her thing, and my dad, it was just a dysfunctional situation. So it was just like, okay, well, I'm a KC now.
Okay, well you.
And I don't think I ever tell people that story, but yeah, that's how it kind of like launched me up here. Me, my siblings, and my mom. So yeah. So.
Okay, well thank you for sharing. Look, I'll say I've experienced some drama similar to that. So look, people we've lived. I'll say we've lived.
Yes.
Yes. We've lived. All right, so I'm going to start with this T right here. So you call yourself an unapologetic conversation starter.
Yeah.
So what's one conversation you started that had everybody at the table looking like, did he really just say that?
There's not one. I make thought-provoking posts on my Facebook page a lot.
Yeah.
It's been so many. I would say like I like to talk about dating a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like talking about like the differences in how men think and women think. and stuff like that.
It is a difference.
It's a big
Clearly.
difference, I think we need to have those crucial conversations to learn from one another. You know, it's no different than, you know, a wife and a husband, girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever. You need to have those conversations to get better understanding of one another so that y'all able to move forward, you know. But I'll say stuff like, you know, I say things like, you know, it's better when you deal with people that like you, and you like them as well. No
Wait a
need,
minute, wait. You said people that like you.
and you like them
How
as
you in a
well.
relationship with somebody and you don't like
There
them?
are people that are in relationships that they don't even like.
Don't even like each other.
Don't
Like,
even like.
I guess the better way to say it is not align with each
Okay,
other.
alignment, okay.
Alignment, yes.
Okay.
And so I've talked
Oh
about
my
things
God.
like that. I've talked about things when it comes to men and child support and the whole system.
Okay, what you gotta say? Wait, I'm gonna stop you. What you gotta say about men and child support?
I'm gonna flat out say it like this. I think child support has been a word of weaponized. It was never meant to punish men, ever. It was created so that the taxpayer was not taking care of people. They felt like if the father was gonna be out and about or the mom was gonna be out and about, they should be the ones paying that child support, not a taxpayer.
Okay.
So, but for so many years, it has got a negative connotation when a mom puts a dad on child support.
Or dad puts a mom.
Or dad puts a mom on child support, you know, because women pay child support too. I had an aunt that was paying child support. I didn't know that till years later, but women do pay it. But it's always a negative because they think it's like a form of punishment.
Yeah.
Now, we ain't gonna lie, we know some sisters and ladies that will do it as upon a...
You out here laying up so that you ain't gonna see these kids
God.
ever again.
Oh, God. Listen, you know...
And I'm putting you on child support.
I've heard that BS so many times. He got a new girlfriend, child support. I saw this Negro at the club, child support. I'm like, oh my God. But now, if it's that way, then I can see why. Because you got money for a new woman. You got money to go out and kick it. Take care of your kids then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I don't look at it as a bad thing. Hell, I pay it. It is what it is. I mean, I ain't tripping. I mean, it's what it is, you know what I'm saying?
I agree too. I don't think it's really bad.
No.
I think how it's done can be bad.
That
the
part,
way it's
yeah.
set
The
up.
reasons behind it.
Yes.
The reasons behind it, not the real reason, like I want child support because I need help.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Absolutely.
It's going to help me take care of the child. Not,
Yes.
I want your money because you got all this extra money to do like that. I mean, you're not going to, like you said, you're not going to see your kid.
Right.
I'm going to your child support. Like, why we fighting over it?
Exactly. Okay.
So are you currently in a relationship?
Uh-oh. That was a laugh. What we got? Did we say something we shouldn't have?
You good. You know, it would depend who you ask, though.
Whoa, no, wait.
Who you ask.
Wait, what do you mean?
No, because, you know, real talk, like, I don't really broadcast what I do anymore like that for real, you know?
Yeah.
I will say it's been 6 years since my last relationship, if that'll tell you something.
Okay,
So-
I was
So,
gonna say,
It'll-
what you could
So the
date-
It'll
woman-
tell you.
the woman that's been around around you,
Your
lately,
aura, your-
does she think she's in a relationship?
Right, that's the question.
I'm just telling you, like, I really just been, like, really focused on what I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
And
the
then-
answer is no.
Oh, you just like dating.
You said
Okay, wait, because we've talked about this
We
before.
talked about it.
You have not made whatever's happening right now a monogamous situation, maybe. Is
I'm
that
just
more of
dating.
what you're kind
I'm
of
just enjoying my time.
Okay.
I'm not saying.
all these
not
red
saying
flags.
no, because
Who
no-
these women you talking to? Now? I'm not hating about it.
I've learned that if I'm gonna rock with a lady, you know,
I wanna rock with you.
there you go.
Got a
No,
song for everything.
no, but like I said, my last relationship, it ended like right before COVID happened.
Oh,
When we heard part of ways, That was the same week Kobe Bryant died. That's not, I know how long it's been.
Oh my goodness.
That was- yeah.
That's a trigger. You see,
So I'm already,
That wasn't COVID.
no, I said during the time before.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, nah. So I've learned to like really navigate in how I move, you know, in that space because, you know, when you put some shit out there, it's like, oh, this is who you with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but I've learned a lot from women how to navigate that space too.
Do tell.
Do tell.
I'm gonna tell you how
Spill a little
I'm gonna tell you how I
more tea on
learned
that.
that. So the thing about men is where we F up at is we do too damn much in that space. Like
She taking notes.
yes, I'm gonna tell you where I'm going with this. I want you to follow me, Queens.
Okay.
I've been to places.
Look at her face.
I've been to places where I see a dude, he will go into like, I'll give this a classic Blend Cigar Lounge out in North, right? I'll give you an example. And I'm watching the scene, dude walks in with his girl, but he's talking to another woman at the same vicinity. I ain't snitching, you doing it in public, I ain't telling on nobody. But I'm just saying, so I learned like men tend to put themselves on blast. I learned from a woman that women are very quiet on how they move. You could walk in with a guy right now, I don't know who he is to you. It could be your brother, play brother, sneaky link, situation, that's your business. But a man will kiss on the girl he came with and kiss another one at a far distance in the same vicinity. That's stupid as hell. So I've learned not to really put myself in those predicaments ever again.
Okay.
So when I go to places, I come by myself and I leave by myself. There has been times where I've came in places and a little sneaky link pulled up. I said, God damn, I'll be short right about now, man. And so I'm having to leave like, Mom, we ain't about to do this. You know what I'm saying?
But you telling yourself.
No, I know she's gonna be there.
The reaction.
Yeah, right. But
Cause she can look at you. She,
Right.
y'all two, y'all two in there that know what's going on.
man,
But as soon as she make eye contact with you,
no, actually, you know what? I'll say it like this. You know, I just really kind of like, you know, just I don't really broadcast a lot what I do like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I keep it. You know, so right now I'm just enjoying my time. Like I'm not married, so it is what it is. So yeah.
Okay. All right, I can get with
a
that.
roundabout way.
Okay.
I'm saying.
He's single.
Oh, hey, on my tax paperwork it says you married, single. I'm single on the tax paperwork.
Single. Don't sing that. That give me a trigger. Oh, that's an inside joke. I have to tell you about it later, cousin Kenny. Okay.
Man.
Yeah, because I do have a cousin named Kenny too. Kenny.
Everybody got a cousin named Kenny, Pete, Mike, Rob, Jerry, all yeah. So I'm like the social media cousin, or better yet, the Kansas City cousin, because I went to school with so many people at Paseo Middle School and Van Horn High School. And I used to grow up with Van Brunt too, and Hardesty, so I made connections with a lot of people over there, and I see them out and about, and thank God they're still living with us today. Well, some are, and we have that cousin, high school friend type bond. Even if I don't see you again, I'm glad to see you alive.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure y'all can attest back to y'all's time
Yes,
when
we can.
nobody made it to 40, 50, you know what I'm saying? But to see everybody alive, it's a blessing.
It is every day. So I do have to ask, since you're in college for your second master's,
Yeah.
2 questions. First, what was your first master's in? And secondly, what made you decide to pursue this master's in psychology?
So my first master's, I got it at Kansas Wesleyan University out of Salina. And that was a master's in business. And then this one will be a master's in psychology with the focus on mental health, you know. So the goal,
I love it.
so the goal is to, be the first doctor in my family
Oh!
to be a psychologist, yeah. So, or if God says no, I can be a professor or a speaker. Like I said a minute ago, I put my hand up and said, God, just pull me where you want me to go.
That's right.
That's where I'm at. So yeah,
If
I'm
you
just.
let him
Yeah,
You
so,
do it every time.
and I chose that psychology field because when I was about maybe going on 21, I was in a JUCO for a little bit, but I couldn't manage, work and school. And so my instructor said, either you're gonna go to school, or you're gonna take your ass to work, what you wanna do? So I went back to work like everybody else. And then fast forward, I'm a very envious person. I'll admit, I don't want to see nobody doing something that I know I can do. So I got my bachelor's in communications, and I ended up getting my master's like about a year and a half later after that. So yeah,
So you have a competitive spirit.
I'm competitive.
I'm
I will play you in tic-tac-toe. We don't play hopscotch. I don't want you to win at all, period. But no, it's not. I guess for me, being envious is really built up competitiveness because, especially if I know I can do it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, just so you know, Crystal is very passionate about mental health. Very passionate.
I am, yes, sir.
I know that's why I like you.
Ow.
You must be a Pisces, huh?
No,
Whoa.
not.
What your birthday is?
I'm in May, honey. I'm a bull.
Oh my effing God.
Girl,
Stubborn.
Only when I need to be, sir.
Ah!
Look.
March and February.
Oh, you know, just
Oh, y'all-
ignore
y'all
me
count.
now, because they ignore me now.
She right on the cusp of Pisces.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, you just gonna ignore me because I'm not the same.
Oh man,
That's,
But he liked you, like he
we vibe, we click, we good. Just be nice.
gravitating towards you.
We vibing. And so that also makes me think about the fact that you're a comedian. So
Something like that.
you're pursuing that. Okay. Well, you've been pretty funny, and we haven't heard any real jokes yet.
No, no.
But you've been funny.
I would say like this, Queen. My comedy. Here's the thing. I did stand up for a couple years. I did. What I realized in that space is you really gotta be in it. And I did a few traveling shows like Nebraska and Cali, and stuff like that, and or even Lawrence, whatever. And I was in school at the time, and like I said originally, either gonna work, go to school, or do this. I'm like, because my nights were just tiresome. Get off work, go do a show, and then by the time I get home, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, man, I gotta be working 6 o'clock. So I kind of just put that in a different file. And now my comedy is more so just talking shit, basically.
Okay.
That's how I roll, talking
What
trash.
most comedians do.
Yeah, right. Just not on the stage,
Just not on the stage.
But I've gotten a few people that I've did open mics with have reached out and want me to be on their comedy open mic, whatever. But I just really not in that space to write a joke and then tell it, and then nah. Next, that one time I bombed at the Improv. Oh my God. Oh man,
That's a place.
I felt like crap. As an improv is historically, it's a funny bone now, but it's a historically place you own your craft, and I bombed bad.
But did
So
you
I'm
take notes about where you bombed? Were you actually in it?
I took mental notes that night, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna leave this to guys that really want to be dedicate themselves to the craft of doing it.
Yeah.
And I do the social media thing, but I can say I've been on stage, I've traveled a little bit, and I have no complaints at all.
Okay. So would you say, thinking about psychology and comedy, would you say laughter is therapy or a type of therapy?
Laughter is a type of therapy. I think laughter to me, it's this old saying, it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile.
This is true.
And so I just learned to find humor in things that I've experienced. I'm one of those delusional people. I don't like sadness. I watch the news, but when something sad comes on, I turn it, but I can't avoid
You
it.
don't watch the news.
Right. But me, I like things that can really, I try to find something to laugh about. It could be a movie, it could could be, you know, even at a funeral could be a celebration of life. You know, I understand the sadness of a funeral because
Right.
it don't
Some funerals.
Some funerals.
Funny things that happen in funerals.
Yeah.
The most funniest thing the joke I had about a funeral I went to was I've experienced a fight at a funeral.
That was.
That it involved my cousin.
Look.
Like, oh my
okay.
God.
It was family, because I was gonna say,
It
I have
was
a large
family.
family, so
It
that
was
would be
family
the first
versus
time.
family that day.
Usually family.
So yeah, I mean, like, so for me, my comedy is centered around like just, you know, everyday situations, people that experience. Like I said, when I saw a fight at a funeral, it was the most funniest thing I ever saw in my life, man. Now I can understand the drinking part in the funeral,
Yeah.
but y'all was fighting over a boy that died at the
Oh, my
funeral.
goodness.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
crazy that day, man.
Man.
So I don't want to say
You
name.
don't even
'cause
care no more.
I won't.
I don't even know.
Man, it was crazy, man. It was more. Make a long story short, I don't want to say name because you know I'm close. But it was involving my cousin, and then you know I guess the guy that was deceased was making her mixtapes, old school downloading songs for her and stuff like that. And then next thing I know, all I heard was, "Are you such and such?" Bang! And they all fight. Dwayne Harvey funeral home.
Are you serious?
Dead.
Caught her off guard too, just cold caught.
Nah, she was in the front crying or whatever, and then I heard, "Are you so and so, so and so?" And they started swinging hands.
Oh my God.
And
That's sad. I hate to hear
it
that
was
kind
crazy.
but I'm sure it was funny. Did some weed get? No, let me stop. I'm silly. I'm stop.
It was some cousin, the girl that sang at the funeral, saying, "Y'all get your mother out." So I'm like, oh my! You went from singing Amazing
The
Grace
gospel.
to singing
A movie for real.
So that's what it was. Like, yeah, so and even that, you know, I just, like you say, laughter to me is there. If you're not laughing, you're not living, you know. Everything won't be funny. Let's just be real, you know. Life gets hard at times. And you do want to sit down, and you do want to cry, and you do want to be depressed, and you do want to go through that grief. But if there's a smidget of laughter in that, take advantage of it.
Yeah.
So before you ask him another question, Crystal, we were having a discussion before we went live, so we want to give him an opportunity.
Oh God. Go ahead.
You mentioned you wanted to guess our age.
Yeah.
Or you
Whoa. No.
I can do that right now.
Why you? Well, first, there was some context to that.
It was
Why?
because you guys went to school with friends that I know.
Yes. But
So-
before you knew that, when you came in, he said something that we was just like, I said it. I said, say that again. No. He said we don't look like we're
No,
older.
they don't look
Like I have grandchildren. That's
No.
time for
Yeah,
that.
that part.
you don't not look like grandparents. Y'all probably around your mid 50s.
You right.
Because you know what I say? Because I think Mike, I think he's around like 54, 55. So yeah, and then Kenny's about like he's like 57, around his. I'm about to say man.
a year
Before us.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And Mike's a year after us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was it after or before?
After.
After, exactly. His sister's 4.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Yeah, so you right. See, that's only because he has a Kansas City connection though. But you need it. You had to.
Man.
I'm not knocking Junction City, but what's your favorite thing about Kansas City? You've been here pretty much all your life now.
Pretty much, man. Favorite thing
Over
about
half.
Okay.
favorite thing about KC is you can find your own lane here.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to other cities. I say, put it this way. I say, you know, you can find your own lane and you can just live your own, do your own thing. Place like LA, it's like if you have like a career goal, you could do it, but understand you're like a small fish in a big pond. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to fulfill their dreams in LA. And whatever, or Atlanta, but I'm like, it don't work like that because, you know, and I'm just gonna put out there, like, I'm gonna say it again, like, I don't knock people for doing what they want to do. But one thing about me, I'm not trying to be an out of town local either, though. I don't want that for myself. So that's why I love KC. Now, hell, if ever I get rich one day, I want to build something greater here in the future.
All
Somewhere
right, get back to our great season.
Yeah.
Yes.
So wait a minute, we have someone watching from Hotlanta,
Hello, hello.
and they asked a question. We already talked about it, but they want to know.
What's up?
They said, "Are you single?"
Single.
So definitely missed that whole
Y'all
conversation.
missed it. That was something before the show.
Yeah.
And it was during the show, because I was like, the answer is no. He was like,
Keep
that's
doing
what
it.
you said.
So they want
Don't
to know.
answer. Put it out there.
Man,
Are you exclusive with someone?
no, I mean, it's like I said,
Y'all
my,
get this
my last thing ended 6 years ago. That should tell you where I'm
There
at
you
right
go.
now.
He's not exclusive. Cousin Kenny. Hit him up on all his socials.
Man,
Catch him in them DMs.
no, but like I say, I honestly, real talk, I rarely get asked that question. Because, maybe the energy that I give off is not as, intriguing. I'm a very quiet guy, and I like it that way, Something that my father told me a long time ago, he said, Kenny, the problem with you is you let people get to know you too well, which ain't bad, but when people know you very too well, then comes the, manipulation. Here comes the, what's he doing? How's he doing? I'm like, nah, we ain't doing all that. I'm a very, need to know basis.
I know it's been
like it
6
should be.
years, but I know it's been
Wait, I missed that. What'd you say?
Go ahead.
What'd you say to
I said, I know he said it's been 6 years,
Yes, ma'am.
but do you desire to be in a relationship right now?
I desire a lot of things.
There you go. Hotlanta.
No,
We done
so,
told you.
no.
Are you
The
going
thing-
after the things that you desire?
Slowly but surely.
Okay, and is that one of the things that you desire?
A relationship?
Yes.
Like I said a minute ago, God, take on my hand, pull me.
And then look, we don't have to have a conversation after the show, y'all, because we are acting like we the date masters setting him up. So
Like
we
we
don't
got
have,
somebody in mind.
Right.
We really don't. We just,
we trying to
It's,
set up our nephew.
inquiring minds want to
It's
know.
it's a thing where, also I'm a father first. That's the most important role that I have, and I'm very picky about who I bring around my child, and so, and honestly, and I don't want to say the word picky, it's the way when I grew up.
Particular.
Not even that. When I grew up, I'm gonna say this in the most respectful way. I watched my mom date. My father kept that side of life away from us. We speculated, but until, like he said, when we caught him with the other woman at the house, it was her. You know what I'm saying? So, but I kind of navigate through my father's path and then do it that way. But like I said, all I'm saying is, black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I'll say that much.
Did you say snow
Snow bunnies never.
He says
Never.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies
That's right.
never.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, man. Better put it out there.
Because if you can't use a comb,
use my comb.
I can't take you home.
Okay. Not my home. All right. So you also are an author.
Yes, ma'am.
I have to ask about the title.
Go ahead.
That title is "Damn, Am I Ugly?"
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So what made you choose that? What's the story behind
The
that?
story behind that was, about maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I was on a weight loss journey. Of course, you lose weight, you gain the shit right back again, which I'm in that phase now. I gotta go back down again. When I was with somebody, and nothing against her, she's a great person. We had a turmoil where, she didn't find me attractive, right? So, but part of it was my fault too. I'll admit my wrongdoing there. But I kind of like, damn, ain't nobody trying to talk to me, get to know me the whole night. Like, what the fuck's wrong with me? So, it was a book that I had thought about a long time ago. And of course, with any author goes through those writer's blocks. And you gotta start and stop and start and stop. So I started working on this back again last year. More of the writer's block came again, and I said, no, we can keep it going. So I got it done in May of this year.
Okay.
So about maybe like 3 to 4 year off and on type thing, yeah. So it's a book that I wrote mainly because a lot of men have always, said, hey, where is the platform for men to talk about our feelings and our concerns and desires? And I said, a lot of times it's not that they're not there, we don't even show up. We don't, hell, a lot of us don't like going to the damn doctor until it's too late, and we know people like that, and so, and I've learned that, half the battle of life is just showing up. And so I say, why not I take the initiative and write something that can speak to a lot of men that may be going through this with a partner, going through this in life, going through this at work, just in general, like an uplift. And I talk about in the book, and there's a page in there I says, you can't fix what you can't face. You can't fix what you can't face. If you're not able to face the problems head on, you're not gonna be able to fix it. You're just ignoring the problem. And so, I wanted to write something that a lot of men could really sit back, read and reflect on, and just grow and learn from it.
Well, I'm gonna say that our platform is a safe space for me.
It is.
I appreciate that.
We have opened up several times. I feel like it's important for men to express themselves, to know it's okay to express yourself and nothing is wrong with you. You're not weak.
Absolutely.
You're not punk or whatever
Yeah.
the label is, stereotype that they try to put on our men.
Absolutely. And so, and I'm glad you said that, because when I walked through the door, it felt like a bunch of aunties and I ain't seen a day in my life.
Yes.
Watch instead, you want some water and tea?
It's
so,
very welcoming when you
yeah,
come in,
very, very welcoming. And you're right, it doesn't make a man weak to express themselves, to show vulnerability. I've been the kind of guy dealing with women that I used to be emotionally unavailable at times, not because I didn't want to talk about it. It's just that, I have this thing where even I went to therapy for 2 years, and I went to therapy this year too, and so one thing I had to learn from my therapist is that she said the problem with a lot of men is that it's either or. We're mad, happy, sad, mad, but where is that middle ground?
Yes.
I had to navigate life through a middle ground, So, and it's something you gotta learn to do. It's not a easy fix because our minds go through so many feelings every single day, from when you walk in the door at home, when you lay down, when you wake up, go to work, whatever. And to really sit back and sit down and process that, it takes time, Like if I want to get mad, I think long and hard because I don't want to say anything or do anything that's going to make them feel like, oh, this motherfucker trip. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But sometimes it be like that. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
You wouldn't
I
be
think, I think a crash out is good sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about how I have to handle myself too. I'm a father.
It's how you come back from that crash.
Yes,
out.
yes.
I see crash outs every day, and I be like, what if I crashed out like that? Do I get to go back into my classroom and sit down and
Act like nothing happened?
No, I get sent home.
Okay.
Because, why Miss Harris crashing out like that?
Right.
You can't.
Are you a school teacher?
I am a teacher.
How long you been doing that?
Ever.
For a long
For a long
time.
time.
A long
Let's see.
time.
My oldest is 34, so about 30 plus years.
That is, I
Yeah, I
want
was
to say,
doing it before him.
I want to say real talk. I salute you, Queen, because being an educator
She's
is
an educator too.
both you.
Especially today. It's different
Yeah.
from when we were in school.
What it different from when y'all was in school, from when I was in school.
Because there was no such thing as a crash out when we were in school.
You sure was.
Crash out?
Gosh.
When we were in school, crash out, you gonna get that crash paddle.
Yeah.
Remember Mr. Montgomery?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
You had options. You get swats or you get squats.
We,
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
it kind of, that, even my father, he grew up in Florida, that was normal down there. You know, you got your butt whooped, your ass whooped by the teacher, principal, and your parents.
Yeah.
You know, but now, I will say, you know, the thing about the book also kind of services mental health in front of these kids too, you know. My son is about to be 14, you know how them, oh boy, them kids,
Teenager.
oh boy.
Exactly.
We about to go to blows many times. No, I mean,
Don't cave his chest in.
no, but you know what though? I think a lot of times where even I had to check myself is, you know, I have to want to put myself in his shoes a little bit, but it's hard because I come from when your mama told you to do something, you did it.
Yeah.
Your dad said do something, you did it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you talked under your breath while you was
Yeah,
doing
like
it.
And you did it low enough that they
and you
could
did
hear
it.
Did it?
Nowadays, you know, you got parents that are fighting their kids to go to school in the morning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was never a problem for me. I had my alarm set. I didn't want to be home all day when mama cussed me out. I want to go to school and deal with these my friends. You know, that was the school was like a fun place for me. You know, because I don't want to see my mama all day. She tell me clean up and stuff, and like, damn, I go to school with my friends, and I do what I get out of school. You know what I'm saying? Yell at me when I get home.
All right,
So-
Cousin Kenny, that makes me think of, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
Go ahead,
off.
go ahead.
That makes me think of with the book, and having children, is your son, right?
Yes.
Does he know about your book?
He knows about it, and I did send him a few pages of it.
Okay, so what was, I don't know if he's read it or not, but what was his reaction? Like maybe to the title or
He-
just in general about?
His honest writing, his feedback, his thought, I want to read it, you know.
Okay.
And then has he read it? I don't know,
Uh-huh.
because you know these kids, man, I don't even read. They
Okay.
on fucking
It's different.
YouTube, you know what
A
I'm
quick
saying? Like,
video.
yeah, video, yeah, like no, but his my son's one of those kinds of kids that what I've learned is anything that I do something, he's always intrigued by it. And he wants to do the things that I told him I did, or you know, he finds it interesting. Whatever I do, he's all on board with it. So
Oh, that's good.
That
Yeah.
is good.
That is
Yeah.
good.
Also, what other kind of feedback, what's like the funniest type of feedback you've gotten, especially about that title, you know, from your book?
I did a podcast about a month ago, and so you know, when I explained it, you know, it was kind of like, you know, when I wrote it, I didn't write it to where I was downplaying myself now, but I downplayed myself then. You know, it's a book. It was about reflection. You know, and the feedback that I got was, you know, it was like, you know, don't shoot yourself down, which I wasn't. You know, I said at the time in that place I felt like that.
Yeah.
You know. And so that's why I wrote the book. But so far it's been, you know, yeah, I'm gonna read it and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm waiting, getting it out there slowly but surely.
Okay, so because my first reaction was, this gonna be a fun show.
You know, I mean, like I said, when I do things, I'm learning to do things with a purpose, you know, with a purpose and with intentions on why I'm doing what I do.
That's good. That's a blessing to be in that mindset. Go
I
ahead.
mean, with the title of that book, I think that everybody has had a time in their life where they've asked that question, where
Yeah.
they felt that way about themselves, whether they are the most beautiful or handsomest person that other people think they are. You still look at yourself in the mirror and be like, damn, am I ugly? Or, you know,
Yeah.
What's going on?
what's going on? 'Cause
Right.
you question yourself, but other people will see you as like, they don't see anything.
I've gotten that too, you know, many times. But it's one of those coming of age books. It's not a definite age. You could feel this way at 50.
Yeah.
You can feel this way at 60. You know, that's why people, and some, not all, that's why a lot of them go to a gym. They go to therapy. They, you know, pick up different
And
hobbies.
nothing wrong, excuse me, nothing wrong with going to therapy, let us say that.
And I thank
Free
you.
time.
Please go.
I
Free
thank you
time.
for being vulnerable enough to even speak about it, because I'm an advocate. I've been, you know, I encourage people to go. So, you know, just to have,
Let me just say this, most jobs, if you have health insurance,
Yes,
has, therapy
Mhm.
that's in your insurance.
absolutely.
That you're not coming out of pocket, maybe the copay, $60 or whatever.
Mhm.
So utilize your insurance, that's why you pay for
Absolutely,
it.
yeah, that's what it's
Please
there
use it.
for. Use it, yeah. And I want to say, you know, I want to also tell people that when you go to therapy, you understand that it is not like the movies.
You're not sitting on the couch.
It is,
laying down.
you're not, I mean, some people have that layout, you know. Me, I would say from my journey, therapy was more so of whatever I was dealing with on the inside, pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want you to face it, you know what I'm saying? You know, I had to learn it's not the movies, life is happening in real time problems, real time solutions, real time everything. So I had to like really sit down with her for those 2 years, really work through some things. So this is when I did this during and after the relationship, you know? And I went again this year too, because I wanted to really get back to the place of mind where I'm not, you know, just relying upon, you know, isolation and, you know, stuff like that. So I said, you know, I wanted to do that for myself, you know, because in order to, you know, pour into others, you have to have your cup full yourself.
yes.
And then what I've learned is I've always poured from a half empty cup, and in some cases an empty cup.
And
And I
it's
can,
hard to pour from an empty
and you
cup.
can't pour from an empty cup.
That's so true. So
And,
true.
and you know, we know there's been a stigma in our culture
Yeah.
growing up that you don't go to therapy.
Yeah.
Ain't
man.
nothing wrong with you.
Mhm.
Right.
So,
Push through, fight, all
Push
that.
Push
Right.
through, fight through it.
Pray
you know.
about it,
So,
go to church,
I
tell the
Pray.
pastor.
Praying's
Can
good.
help.
I mean, but
But
the
it may not
answer is like, go
give
to
you
church,
solution.
pray
Yeah.
about it, let me lay your hands on it, you all right, gone.
Right. That's not
You
always.
need to do
and
more
they
than
keep
that.
so much
Yeah.
held in
Mhm.
that it is released in a way that's not good for them nor the community.
Right.
Right. So yeah, thank you. We have a couple other segments to get in, but before we do that, I do want to ask if you could share all your socials by the name that where people can find you, if they want to go back and find the book, you know, all of that great stuff.
Yeah, so you guys can find me on Facebook, Cousin Kenny. You see it's a black and white photo of me, my profile picture. A lot of laughs and jokes on there as well too. Find me on Instagram. I'm Cousin Kenny on there. I'm on Twitter, which is X now, same thing. And you guys want to see more of me on a lot of podcasts and stuff like that, and news stations, if God willing. And yeah, so you can find me.
All righty. This has been great. This has been great. So
It's
now
been lovely here. I love
we
it.
got a few more minutes. We always do Black History.
Go ahead.
So we're gonna go right into our Black History moment, or moments.
Okay. So today, let me see, did I do two? No. Okay, I only did one. I was gonna do two, but, cause I wanted to do something different, but we're gonna talk about James Baldwin.
Okay.
He was born August the 2nd, 1924 in New York City in Harlem Hospital.
Mhm.
James Arthur Baldwin was an American writer and civil rights activist who garnered acclaim for his essays, novels, plays, and poems. Baldwin was an influential public figure and orator, especially during the civil rights movement in the United States. Baldwin died December 1st, 1987 from stomach cancer in Saint Paul de Vence, France. Mhm. Yeah, that's all I had.
Okay.
Because I had started writing something else and I stopped because I was supposed to be on Facebook. But it just talked about during the dark era in segregation, laws intentionally choked out education funding and made literacy hard for blacks. And it talked about how some of these laborers worked all day, and at night they had secret places where they would teach people how to read.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
There are times where you had to sneak to learn how to read and
Right.
write. Now it is free. You can go to school, and there are kids that absolutely refuses to do it. So I would say, get your education now when it's free.
Got to, absolutely.
Because once you get it, nobody can take away what you
Nobody.
learned.
Never.
Once you get it, even if they don't ever give you the diploma, you got the knowledge. No one can take away what you've learned.
Absolutely.
So we have a sister missing. I don't know if y'all noticed. Did anybody even comment in the chat or
She
anything?
did.
Bisha, we love you. We miss you. We'll see you next week, girl.
She's doing the good work.
She's
out there doing the
a good fight.
work.
She's putting up a good fight down there and working. We love you. We miss you, Bisha.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
And on that note,
That's what made me think of it.
our Days of Kindness, yesterday, the 1st of August, would have been filled with laughter. Fitting. Says, send a funny meme to a friend. Last week, we got a whole lot of funny memes in our chat. They were hilarious. And they kept coming, they kept coming, they kept coming.
Thank you,
So,
Jay.
Thank you, Jay. We appreciate that.
We needed those.
So today, it says, help please. Donate blankets to your local homeless shelter. It seems crazy now with this heat that somebody might need a blanket, but there are a lot of people that are sleeping outside.
Yeah.
And so a blanket is something that they can put over the ground, roll up, put it under their head. Even sometimes at night, you know, it may get cool enough that they may need a blanket, or they can use that blanket to wrap up what few things that they have to carry in. So even though it's the dead of summer and it's hot, donating a blanket still helps someone that is
And water.
homeless. And water.
Water.
And water, because it is hot out there.
Very. Hydrate, hydrate.
Hydrate.
Sip on some tea, but also drink water.
Or eat
Yeah.
your water.
Yes.
Would you come with watermelon?
That's right.
Mhm.
So we got to laugh and learn a lot about you, and you spilled some tea today.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, cousin Kenny. Cousin Kenny.
Thank y'all for so
Hot
much.
Atlanta. You
Yeah.
got that info right? So remember, guys, before you even ask yourself, damn, am I ugly? Right? You might just want to do a little reflecting, check your heart. It's not always about your physical appearance. It may just be some things you need to reflect on.
Absolutely.
Your heart.
Yes. Look at this.
Your heart, your mind.
All of that. All right. Well, thank you. We're going to close it out. Y'all know our favorite song.
Yeah.
We will see you all next week. We'll have another special guest. We so appreciate you, Cousin Kenny, for being on with us.
I want to shout out to the Spill the Tea cast. I'm sorry, the winners.
Woo! Thank
Kansas
you.
City People's Choice Awards winning podcast.
Thank you.
Thank y'all, Queens. Appreciate
So
y'all.
those
God
who
bless.
have not liked and subscribed, please go ahead and do that over there on our YouTube page.
Especially
Like,
to our
and
YouTube
subscribe.
channel. Please
Share.
subscribe.
Y'all over here, go to YouTube.
Also, we still have t-shirts for sale. If you want a t-shirt, direct message us.
Hit us up.
We do not own the rights to this song, but y'all know it's one of our
But it's ours.
favorites. Yeah, friends, since we top.
Friends.
Elementary school.
But the dictionary doesn't know the meaning of friend. And if you ask me, you know I couldn't be much help. Because a friend's somebody you judge for himself. Some are okay and they treat you real cool. And some mistaken kindness for being the fool. We like to be with some.